Hello, my name is Frank, and today I will be walking on the Lake Trail. I'm here at Big Ridge State Park in Maynardville, Tennessee in Union County. This is a wonderful park. It's well designed. I think you will enjoy our walk together today. The walk will be 1.5 miles long, and it's rated as easy to moderate. We will walk around the 45-acre Big Ridge Lake and over the dam before returning. So sit back and enjoy, and I'm so happy you came along with me today. Have a good day. This is the office here at Big Ridge State Park of the Park Service. This is the playground in the back of the park office. I think there's some tennis courts back there. Look, here's another scenic view of Big Ridge Lake. Looks like the rangers are out in force this morning on their horses, headed up to the trail, I suppose. We will now be getting on the hiking trails in a minute. We will be going on the Lake Trail, which is a top entry here. It rained very hard yesterday, so the trail may be slick. We'll be going through a broadleaf forest. There's lots of roots, so you have to watch your step. As you can see, it rained very hard yesterday and washed part of the trail here. This is kind of a rugged trail. It could almost be called a path. I think that hiking boots would be better on this trail rather than the sports shoe that I have. Now the trail loops to the right, and it's still going uphill from the beginning. As you can see here, the trail is a little bit tricky, going uphill a bit. This monopod that I'm using on my camera can also be used as a walking staff. Now the trail veers to the left and then upward a bit. About the only thing that we hear in the woods right now is katydids. Now the trail splits, and we will take the left part. Although the trail to the meditation point looks interesting. We go left and uphill a bit. Now the trail breaks into the straightaway and goes furthermore uphill. We are continuing further uphill at this point. We still continue uphill. One good thing, positive thing about this trail, there's plenty of shade trees. Looks like we have an old tree here beside the trail with toadstools. Now the trail curves to the left and then straight away. We hear a Carolina. I think this trail needs a bit of maintenance. There's so many weeds alongside the trail. It looks too like we have a crop of poison ivy here on the left side of the trail. I just came through a couple of spider webs, so you have to keep your eyes open on this trail. I just knocked down another spider web with my monopod. I'm happy I brought it along. Now the trail bends to the right, uphill just a bit. Now we come to another straightaway that's furthermore uphill with a lot of roots. And come to another straightaway uphill. Gee, there's a lot of climbing in this particular trail. The trail straightens out a bit as we go to the right. The trail straightens out on level ground, and there's no more roots anymore. Now the trail bends to the right as we continue through this broadleaf forest. The trail breaks into a straightaway as we walk on fairly level ground. I think now we're getting fairly close to the lake. I can see the lake through the woods in the distance. I'm happy to report there's no mosquitoes or flying insects around. I think the TBA's policy of raising and lowering the lake kills the mosquito. At this point we break into another straightaway, and this one is downhill of sorts. Now the trail straightens out a bit at the bottom of the hill beside the lake. We have some big pine trees alongside the trail. I just knocked down another spider web stretching across with. The trail gets a little bit nicer. It's broader and not so weedy. The trail straightens out again, and it goes slightly uphill on the straightaway. There's spider web. You can see it hanging there. I'll have to knock it down with my monopod. Looks like we have a dead tree here by the trail and a big bird's nest or whatever. Now we are traveling uphill, and I see some kind of shelter there on the left side. Now we come to a shelter with a park bench underneath. I can hear the blue jays off in the distance. Now the trail goes downhill and then to the left. We come to some berries that are growing here on the tree beside the trail. The trail goes slightly downhill and then to the right. Now the trail breaks to the right and goes up a little hill and then further. Now the trail goes further downward in this little bit of a gully, you might call it. The trail goes further downward and then to the left a bit. Now the trail goes further inward into the woods. I'm very lucky that I brought this walking cane, which can be used as a tripod or monopod. It's really handy in knocking down the spider webs across the trail. We're getting close to the lake, as you can see through the woods on the other side, the right side of the trail. Now the trail meanders to the left and then to the right through the woods here by the lake. We come to these small wildflowers along the trail. Now the trail curves to the right, slightly downward. This dam was constructed by the CCC back in the 1930s. We are at the Big Ridge Dam. I hear some geese or ducks on the other side. Now the trail runs alongside the lake here by the dam. One has to watch their footing at this point. Here we have the dam and the walkway across the dam. Looks like we have somebody out fishing this morning. Now we will take the walkway across the dam. Now we will walk across the dam on this walkway. I guess you can hear the boat. He just started his motor up. This is the view from the other side of the bridge. This is such a lovely park. Here's a sign for the lake trail. It's 1 mile back to the parking lot, it looks like. At this point we go gradually uphill